When the Federation's representatives arrived on our planet, they said we were special, that our species was so unique. It made us a worthy ally. They invited us to join, stating how good it would be for us, and how much they could help us. But we never knew they cared more about what we made, rather than us, as an entire species. For them, we turned out to be just fascinating little aliens, a species to be silently laughed at, while they gradually took more and more of our art. Our species never cared about wars. We weren't explorers, nor we ever wished to escape our planet to see what's beyond. Either way, we accepted their offer, as they were willing to trade with us. They gave us materials. They wanted us to create more. Later, they suddenly also wanted us to go with them. They took some of us. We were unsure about the why, but we were sure about one thing. Those who they took off planet. They never returned. We should have known, but why would we think they were going to betray us? They gave us their technology. They gave us some of their ships. We came up with our own technology in secret. Thanks to them, we were able to create temporary energy platforms. We didn't care about science much, but our curiosity got the better of us. Looking back, it was clear why they really contacted us. They wanted to know our secret of why we are as one. They wanted to find out why we were like this, and how they could replicate it. They were momentarily disappointed when they found out that we didn't know, and when they heard we only cared about art, sculptures, paintings, music, literature, it meant nothing to them. They cared only about weapons, power suits, ships, more weapons. And yet they took our art either way. They tried to take it all when the end started. When the end started. We didn't understand why. Not back then. It all started as any ordinary day. We woke up, we got ready, we travelled. We worked, we ate, we played. We cried, we helped. We loved. Then they left. They took everything they could. They tore siblings apart from each other. They did the unthinkable. We were outraged. Siblings must not be separated unwittingly. We are born in a group of 5, we live in a group of 5, and we love in a group of 5. We die in a group of 5. They stole our art. They stole our ships. They left us, almost the same as we were without them. But we weren't the same anymore. We had the technology. We could see out to the stars, to our own system. We saw the end. We saw our protector, our grey star that filled our world with light, consume one of its closest children. Nothing remained of it, and it pulled the others closer, with us in 4th place. We called out for the Federation that betrayed us. They never responded. But they listened, we were sure of it. We begged them, pleading that they save us. They destroyed their satellites in our system. They didn't even bother to come and pick them up. They just wanted to get rid of us, like some kind of vermin. We continued to call out for help with our own primitive technology. Our hopes were low, but we tried and tried without end. The air became hotter by the time they came to help us. We were wary about them first. We weren't about to just up and trust these new strangers. It also didn't help that they towered over us. They were 3 times our size. They only came with a few of their ships. They were not the Federation. Their technology was much more primitive, but no matter what, they came to help, even without knowing what they got into. More of them arrived as the days went on. Soon they were collecting us, and we were afraid. We were afraid that they would separate siblings. But they didn't. They were understanding and kind. They listened to us and took siblings together. We were in contact with those taken by them, and we all knew they were taking us to a safe place. But as time went on, our planet got closer and closer to our star. Time was running out and only 5% of our species had been taken. We understood that not everyone could be saved, and so we were ready to choose who should be saved. They were horrified with our decision, but soon they understood. We couldn't survive in this heat the way they did. Our planet was gradually becoming our tomb. They called for help. It was strange. Who could help them? Only they came, and the Federation left us behind. They won't come. But they weren't calling out to others. They were calling out to their own. Our sensors picked up multiple ships entering the system. First hundreds, then thousands, then tens of thousands. So many ships arrived that we had to shut our sensors down as they were blinded. The evacuation of our people became much faster. Soon it became 10%, then 15%, then 20%. They managed to save us all before things became deadly. Humans saved us all. And it wasn't just their military. Civilians, merchants, pirates. It was almost like a fairy tale written by one of our children. Their species worked together to save us. They also saved our art. They saved everything. So why did you help us? Asked Jet, as he looked up at Christine, the woman who helped them pack their belongings and secure them on her ship. What do you mean? She replied, looking at them to the side. The siblings didn't rest until all 5 of them could sit on the pilot seat next to her. The side was almost too cute to be bearable, even considering their looks. She had to hold herself back from just reaching out to pet their head many times since they left their planet behind. There is nothing we could give you. Most of our art was taken. The remaining is old, and we cannot give away. Our money means nothing to you, and our planet was destroyed. We can't pay you, replied Jettel, squirming a bit, as he was pressed a bit tightly between Jettel and Jetta. It was never about the money, little guy. You guys called out for help, rather loudly, might I add. I'm kind of surprised no one answered apart from us. We know that there are a few others out here, Christine replied, looking down at them. She remembered how they worked together, and had to ask, Well, there is something, however. You guys seemed quite synchronized when you were packing up. I almost felt bad for stepping in to help. I'm pretty sure you guys would have been much quicker without me. How did you do it? How can... We will never tell you, shouted Jettel, jumping up on the seat, to which 2 of his siblings fell to the side. We will never be used again. Never, came the follow-up from Jettel, all the while trying not to fall off the seat. Even though they themselves didn't have the answer, they won't repeat the same mistake ever again. Guys, mumbled Jet, in a barely audible voice, afraid they might anger the human. Whoa, all right. It was just a question, guys. Christine tried to ease the sudden tension, as she gently pushed Jettel back up. I was just curious. If you don't want to talk about it, that's okay. However... Christine's face hardened a bit as she looked forward, then pressed a button on the console, which started recording their conversation. I do want to hear more about those who use you guys. I take it some other species were in the picture? As she asked, the Jet brothers looked at each other, before looking back up at their saviour. They became hopeful that the humans might help them get back at the Federation. They only needed to do one thing. They came to take advantage of us.